Hello YouTube, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. The knife of the day is the daily series where I go through my collection knife by knife, day by day. That's right, the entire collection. We're starting with the Spyderco collection, which is a big collection. And we've actually been just starting with the discontinued knives. We're about halfway through with those knives. And we've already spent, 55 days or so? If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to show your love with thumb ups. It just likes. It just is like applause to me. Doesn't lead to money or anything. It just gives me motivation to keep doing this every single day before I go to work late. Okay? Today's today's knife of the day is the Spyderco Goddard. This is the Sprint Run edition. It is discontinued. Let me just say this about the knife. When I got it, it is so light, so wonderful. I opened it up and I went, okay, this is a plain little knife. But man, every time I pick it up, I love this knife. I don't know. You see it. It's a simple knife. But it's so thin, so light, so wonderful. I like it a lot better than my Enduras. And I have a big collection of Enduras. As a big knife, I like it. But I haven't carried it. Even though I like smaller knives, this one is so light. There's something about the simplicity that makes me very happy. So let's talk about the Goddard. This is, of course, a collaboration between the excellent custom knife maker Wayne Goddard. Wayne Goddard is one of the first custom knife makers that worked with Spyderco on a number of collaborations. This is really known as the Wayne Goddard lightweight because let me tell you something. This big knife that measures 8.8 inches when it's strung out with a 3.7 inch blade, 3.7 inch blade, 8.8 inches long, and it only weighs 2.9 ounces. Only 2.9 ounces. That's how lightweight it is. So let's talk about this Sprint Run. It's in drab green. Now, when I was growing up, drab was a bad thing. Spyderco talks about it like it's a fashion color. But it is drab green. It's FRN scales, which really helps it to be so lightweight. It has what Spyderco calls, how close can we get? Spyderco calls their volcano grip. It's that texture with those little squares. It really gives you good grip. It's not rough texture which would hurt you at all. It's just really, you have a nice grip to it. FRN scales, fiberglass reinforced nylon. I call it special plastic. It's just so tough you can beat it up. It's just wonderful. And then you add Spyderco's very strong backlock. And let me tell you something. You've got a great knife. The detent is unfreaking believable on this knife as well. Just a nice lightweight knife. So the clip is tip up, right and left hand carry, and the lanyard goes through where the clip is. Can you see that? So it's part of the lanyard hole and the clip. You can move it on either side, left or right. All just tip up. Wow. That 3.7 inch blade, which is about 3.4 inches total. I like it, and the reason they took a little off is they don't have the traditional choil that Spyderco's known for. But because of the shape, that flat shape right there, you can choke up on this. It doesn't have jimping. Very thin profile, VG10 steel. It's VG10 steel. full flat grind. It is a slicer like you wouldn't believe. Just a wonderful knife. It really is. It doesn't, when I show it to you and when I picked it up and when I took it out of the box the first time, it doesn't impress. It doesn't say, oh my goodness, I have this wonderful sprint run. But I have to tell you, for some reason, out of all of the FRN scale knives, because the FRN scales are so thin, it just feels right. Even with my fat Michelin Man hand, it really just feels right. What a wonderful knife. Again, the knife of the day is the discontinued sprint run. I see these not that often, but I see them every now and then on the secondary market. I'll tell you, if you want a beater, you probably don't want a sprint run limited edition that's discontinued as a beater, right? But this is a very good knife. It's just special. I like it. And I'm saying special. I have a lot of fancy knives in my collection. Nothing about this screams fancy, but everything about it screams quality. They did exactly what they wanted. A nice, great, big knife that carries thin in the pocket and is really nice. There's the Endura. I'm putting the blades side by side. There's the paramilitary. I know a lot of you have it. Give you a little feel for the size of the blade and the body. Of today's knife of the day, the Spyderco Goddard. Yeah, it's discontinued. We're still doing our discontinued knives. It's a sprint run, which means it was limited to begin with from Spyderco, about 1,000 plus or minus a couple of hundred. If you're enjoying this daily series, the knife of the day from the Keith Kevin King channel, thumb it up, go crazy. Let me know that you're out there. Share it, subscribe. We're trying to reach our 2,000 subscriber goal. I know 65% of you guys watching, enjoying these videos, and you don't hit that free subscribe button. It really helps me out, so why don't you do that? And turn on your notifications so you know when all these videos hit. I have a new knife coming probably tomorrow. A knife that I said I will not get should be here tomorrow or the next day. Well, the next day. So turn on your notifications so you can get my first reactions to it. There you have it, the knife of the day. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.